Cabral. Fancy seeing you here.
Congratulations, Captain Alvida.
How did you get to Teer
I'm sure
Fradeean?
you'll bring honor to our guild.
Thank you, Admiral. I hope I won't disappoint you.
She's literally part of this council and she's stationed here. Why was she stationed at New Serene? The Admirals in their role.
Who and what exactly are the Admirals? What's your role?
I understand that for someone outside the guild, our organization may seem rather strange. The
It's
admirals
unique.
who meet here in
Strange
council
not
in
necessarily.
Luxantis are the leaders of the Nauts Guild. They reach this level after having climbed through the ranks, distinguishing themselves through their bravery, talent, and foresight. They determine the guild's direction, enter into contracts on behalf of the guild, and are responsible for a fleet. The size of the fleet depends on the number of admirals in office. Currently, there are only 2 admirals, Admiral Basilis and myself. But there were 3 of us not so long ago.
What happened to the third? What happened to the You cannot just drop that on me and not let me ask you about the third that you apparently seem to have lost along the way. Is that going to be relevant story-wise? It has to be, otherwise she wouldn't have mentioned it. Anyway, your vision of the guild.
How do you see the guild?
I think I understand what's behind your question. We're a guild of navigators, ship owners, explorers, and transporters. But we're not pirates or mercenaries, and our code of ethics was set down by our forebears. I know you've suffered because of the Nauts' involvement in your deportation.
I don't know how you know that, because I haven't told you that.
It's a difficult topic, because the Alliance is one of our biggest clients. Losing them as a client, even if only in part, would cost this island dearly. Personally,
So we're not even
I
on the
think we should
continent
put
yet.
an end to
Okay.
this type of contract, which
We're
is
an island.
harmful to the Nauts' very essence.
I think you should.
After all, the Alliance won't be able to get to Teer Fradeean without us, even if we refuse to return with natives in our holds. That's one of the reasons why I've called the Council to the island. But unfortunately, Admiral Basilis doesn't share my opinion.
Why? Again, don't just tell me things and then leave it. Why does he not agree? Because it seems like a very agreeable position. Is it because he doesn't want to anger the Bridge Alliance? Maybe.
Thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Giving me half answers. Basilos! Can you explain your position? She was very I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Captain Alvida. That has a fine ring to it. I'm very proud of
Are you
what
her
you've
father by
accomplished.
chance?
Thank you.
Young
No.
people,
Okay.
I
Young
don't know
people.
you,
What's with the young
but you're
people?
very fortunate to have crossed
It was
paths
interesting with
this
the
woman.
fort captain.
Here
Now
she's
it's just
responsible
awkward.
for your conduct. So be worthy of it.
Oh, sir, the brightness behind you. I can't. My eyeballs.
Do the Nauts always have 2 admirals? And what exactly is their role?
3.
No, we don't always have 2 admirals.
Oh, it depends on the numbers.
We've had
Okay.
as many as 6.
Cool.
Until recently, there were 3 of us. But old Placido decided to retire.
Ah,
As for
okay.
our role, we are the defenders of the guild's spirit. Its decision makers. We each look after a part of the fleet and meet as a council when necessary. When a sailor must stand trial, when there's a business decision to be made that affects the entire guild, that sort of thing. I'm in charge of the Continental Fleet. Admiral Cabral is in charge of all travel to your island.
Ah, that's why she's on Teer Fradeean at the time of the first game. Okay, well, he just answered that Placido, nothing, nefarious or insidious happened to him. He merely retired from old age. That's fair.
How do you see the Nauts? Do you see them as sailors only? As merchants?
Can we not ask him about
Just a few
the Bridge
centuries
Alliance?
ago, there were only a handful of ragged fishermen on this rock who starved when the sea was rough. But those who came before me used the inhabitants' gift for navigation to transform it into the base of a prosperous guild. Most foreigners see us as simple sailors, but we're far more than that. We're ship owners. We design and build our own vessels. We're also explorers who open new routes
Where's
on
the
the seas
light
and
that's
discover
letting him
unknown
come
lands.
from?
And
I thought the same
finally,
thing with Cabral.
we offer our transport services to the different nations and are paid handsomely for them, which allows us to go even further with better ships. I know you must resent some of the services we provide, But we're not responsible for what our customers put into our homes.
No, but yes.
We should refuse to transport people without their consent. It's horrific. They're not animals.
Thank you.
My dear, if you become an admiral, you can propose this to the council. I personally wouldn't risk it. The entire livelihood of this island and of the guild depends on the contracts we have with our customers. It's cruel, but that's the way it is.
It's not that I disagree with him, because, you know, you've got to make your money somehow. You know, everyone here in this world is just trying to survive. And you can't really get on your high moral horse when it's literally to put food on the table of the people of this island. Like, I can't castigate him for that. However, saying that you're not responsible for what your clients put in your hold is not strictly true, because you're not smugglers either, quite frankly. In fact, Cabral tried to make an effort of distinguishing you from like pirates and smugglers and the like. So I think to a degree, if you don't know what your clients are putting in your hold, fair, not your responsibility. But if you know ahead of time that they're going to be, you know, kidnapping and smuggling people away against their will, I kind of feel like you do have a duty then to have a say about what gets put into your cargo. Because you knew ahead of time, but it's fine.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Okay, where is this ink mistress? I do like this room. This is great. And you've got seating places for the council to address, you know, a larger audience. This is a fantastic room. I love it. Okay, so this is a small island. It's not part of the greater continent as I was expecting. Oh, the poor dead creature dripping blood into the harbour is in the picture there. Although the picture of where it is doesn't match where it was. Oh, wait, it might be. It might be the one on the left I'm thinking of.
Congratulations. You must be happy to see that
fuck's
the
sake.
council has acknowledged your talent.
Yes, it's an honor. There's nothing like recognition from your peers to... Watch out. That woman coming towards us is Bridge Alliance.
Oh, hello.
What do you want?
Only to speak to you and to warn you.
Warn us or threaten us? My friends have already suffered enough from your...
Please. I am no threat.
Can I just remove my helmet
Let me
entirely,
introduce myself.
actually?
My name is Saphir. I am an explorer and cartographer, and I'm indeed from the Bridge Alliance. From your reaction, I take it you suffered at the hands of the people of my nation, and for this I am truly
You can't
sorry.
hold her responsible for
I
entire
know
people.
that some of my people can be extremely cruel to the natives of Teer Fradeean. However, I am not one of them. I believe that knowledge is the greatest treasure of all, but it is gained through discussion, not slaughter.
What do you want me about?
You said you wanted to warn us about something.
There is an emissary from my nation here in Yuxantis, and she's a member of a faction that has a very contemptuous view of those from your island.
Rude.
They believe your people should be enslaved,
Oh.
or worse yet, used for experiments.
Can I please kill her?
This emissary isn't alone. There are guards with her. I wanted to warn you
Bro,
to be careful.
health regen. Combat isn't
It's very
exactly
possible
difficult.
that she means to harm you.
It's just irritating. Okay, why? No, we asked that. It just changed order. What brings you to Yuxantis?
What are you doing in Yuxantis?
A most excellent question. I'd also add, who invited you? Foreigners aren't allowed to stay in Yuxantis unless they have an invitation. So,
As I told you, I'm an explorer and a cartographer. I've been exchanging letters with the head of your library for years. I sent him a few
Oh,
of my maps,
okay.
which he kindly corrected, and I've gathered information for him on occasion during my travels. He invited me here so we could finally meet. I'm not allowed into the library, but our conversations have taught me much, and I couldn't pass up the chance to visit the Nort's famed island.
Okay, cool. Is that going to be the
Why
same?
have you come to warn
Oh no,
us?
it is new.
You don't know us. We're nobody to you.
I'm a traveler. I've met people from many countries
I like
and
her
cultures,
accessories.
and I've always enjoyed these encounters. When I met the emissary from the Alliance, I quickly realized which faction she belonged to, though outwardly she appears friendly. They believe themselves to be superior, and this belief leads them to look down on everyone else. These people are a plague on the Alliance. They undermine it from within, convinced they're furthering its cause. Personally, I believe in what the Alliance represents. The true Alliance, that is. And I despise their attitude towards others. That's why I wanted to warn you.
I think Saphia has the best character design thus far. It's just so very unique. Can you unequip that and see if that helps? I don't know if I had any difficulty until I equipped a headgear. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Anyway, strength. Health. Agility. I don't have a preference. More damage. Alright. We have a travel point that's grayed out. Why are you grayed out? Why are you grayed out? I can't physically fast travel here. That is peculiar. Anyway, the tattoo place. Wow, was all the way in the market square. Okay. I'm not going to do involved exploring, like going to every nook and cranny like I was down here. I'm just going to go to every single question mark on the map and move on. Otherwise, we'll be here all bloody day. So. Oh. Oh, no, I have to say, this is a dead end. Okay, unique choice. Oh, there's an inn here? Which building would that be? The big one? Or the other big one? You've got boats as roofs? That makes total sense. Oh, hold on. This is my building. This is the inn. This building here is the inn, guys. I also like the way that we're kind of on top of water for half the city. Even though it's not, it's built back from the shore. There's still water running through here, and they've just, you know, gone over it. It's great. Anyway, inn. This is my home. My home away from home. Although if this is an island, why would I want to come back here? Question mark. This is a cool inn. I like the way it's all arrayed. And these long tables. In circular rows around the center, where presumably a bard can perform. Hi. Can you tell me about this place?
Welcome to the Fishing Mermaid.
The Fishing
What'll it be?
Mermaid. Aww. You don't have anything I want, though. Thank you. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't see if you had any...
Welcome to the Fishing Mermaid.
Quest items. He doesn't. Thank you. So my companions here. Okay, speaking of, I should be speaking to all my companions because I have not spoken to anybody but Sybil. So, Ludwig. Hi. My characters are going through the wall. Oh. Why does only my active party have their helmets hidden? Why do my other NPCs not have the same thing? Because you look positively ridiculous. Ask about... Oh boy, we'll be here for a while. His country.
If I've understood correctly, you're from the land they call Dutan?
That's right. The Holy Dutan Empire. I suppose you'd like me to tell you more about it.
It is why I asked, yes.
It could be a beautiful place to live. It's vast, full of beautiful forests and rich lands. That's most likely because it's soaked in the blood of the poor souls who were sacrificed to the folly of the powerful.
Good grief.
For my country has always been
the armor
at
moves.
War. Or at least it has been for so long that no person alive knows the meaning of the word peace. We're at war with the Alliance, of course, as the Dutan Empire follows the path of the enlightened. But we are also at war with ourselves. Ever since a new holy man challenged the organization of all things spiritual as imposed by Ptolemy, the nobles and princes have taken sides, following whoever best serves their interests, of course. And as usual, the people are those who pay the price. Not only are they sent to the slaughter against the Alliance troops, They must also shed blood at home by killing their brethren in the service of the local noblemen and their loyalties of the day.
Sounds
A beautiful
great.
country
yeah,
indeed.
Totes want to live there, not. Your relationship with Alvida.
How long have you known Alvida?
It's been some time now. I've had dealings with Naughts on several occasions in the hope of using their ships. Those who agree to traffic contraband are few and far between, and they are unreliable. They're even more unscrupulous than I am. Alvida isn't one of them. She's not like that, and she let me know the moment we met. She's an idealist. I understand her point of view, and I think she understands mine. Though she doesn't approve of my dealings, she defends some causes that are dear to me. And now that she owes me, I know I can count on her help. Provided, of course, that what I ask for doesn't offend her vision of the Naughts.
Fair?
Why did you become a smuggler?
I'd rather not discuss that if you don't mind, especially with someone I barely know.
I mean, fair.
But since you're asking, I haven't always been a smuggler. I used to be a soldier.
Understandable.
If you absolutely need a reason for what I do, just tell yourself that I've had my
Understandable.
fill of the horrors of
War seems to be prevalent
or
in your
maybe
country.
you think I'm a coward, or that I'm only
No,
motivated
no.
by greed.
Your country sucks.
I am what I am.
Your country seriously sucks. There's a price on your head, apparently.
I think you mentioned you were a wanted man.
You can't be a smuggler without ending up on the hit list at some point. My trade annoys a lot of people, and the few attacks my friends and I carried out on convoys annoyed them even more. Put all that together and add in my past, and you'll find me at the top of the list. If you needed money and weren't wanted yourself, you could claim a handsome bounty by turning me in.
I'm good, thank you.
What do you think of Yuxantis?
It's a fascinating and unnerving place. I've never been a sailor, and all this water almost makes me miss my homeland. But I like the energy. I like the inhabitants' lust for travel, their creativity, and their curiosity for discovering new things. Their justice system and laws are incomprehensible to me. But in another life, I might have liked to be a Naught.
The justice system and the customs of the Naughts are definitely unique. Not in a negative way, just you won't find them elsewhere.
I've seen you
In
use
the world.
magic in battle. A different kind
Have
of
I?
magic.
I never saw you use magic.
That's one of life's
I just saw
little
you use a
jokes.
sword.
I had no talent
Axe.
for it, or at least I never realized it when I was on the front lines. When I switched careers and my disgust for all that religious garbage was at its peak, I discovered I had a gift. Apparently, the enlightened has a sense of humor. Now, I can do a little magic, but I can't use the
So
rings.
what magic can you do?
Even if I'd had this talent before, I would have never gotten very far in the Mateist hierarchy.
What kind? I don't know what magic you're talking about. I never saw him use magic. To be fair, don't have a clue what any of my companions are doing on the battlefield. I'm too busy trying to stay alive.
As a smuggler, you are always on the move. What's that like? Isn't it tiring to live without any attachments?
It's not the life I would have chosen if I had the choice, you know? I would have liked a quiet life on a plot of land with my family. But the war stole that dream away from me. I was forced to follow the local noblemen into battle, and it was chaos. Nothing but blood and guts and death. Finally, I left all that, left everything behind, it's true. It haunts me every day, no matter how hard I try to survive. But the ties I once had cost me far too dearly. Or let's say they cost too much to the people I loved. At least I'm not alone out here on the road anymore. You're here too, in spite of yourself. What's it like for you?
I miss my people.
I have to keep going. I don't have much of a choice. But I miss my loved ones every day. Those who stayed behind on our island, and the ones I've lost for good and won't see again.
Like Tofflin.
I'm sorry. I know what that's like, and there's no greater pain than being cut off from a part of yourself. Your memories, however painful, can sometimes help you. They can provide a glimmer of hope in this endless misery. Don't let them fade away. Keep the most beautiful moments to dream about, and use the hardest ones to fuel your anger. You'll need it.
Yay! That's more than I got with Sybil.
See you later.
Of course.
So he keeps sort of like hinting at darker things in his past, but he just won't flat out bloody talk to us about them. Nilan can go rot. I am not wasting my time speaking to you. Okay, that just leaves my companions I'm with. So, over this way, you idiots. I need you to get out of the bloody wall. Fausta! Fuck it, Alvida. How can I talk to you if you keep running away from me? Get back here. Oh, we got her.
I'm listening.
You certainly weren't trying to listen.
What were you doing on the ship that kidnapped us if you didn't approve of their actions?
When you're a common sailor, you can't choose which ship you embark on. And you can't choose your missions or what you're transporting.
It's the captain's
Like
duty.
most nauts, I disapprove of carrying forced passengers. And believe me, I said just that to my captain at the time. But alas, he's the kind of person who puts profit above conscience, enriching the guild rather than adhering to its original spirit. I'm sorry. I'll do my best to redeem my people and convince them to stop the trafficking.
Have you and Sybil known each other for a long time?
We met a few years ago, when I was a deckhand on the ship that brought her to Alima. We hit it off right away, and we saw each other several times while she was working. We became friends, and when I was looking for a way to get you out of jail, she was the first person who came to mind. She's resourceful, but also funny. You should see her impressions of her uncle. She's incredible.
So you say it's the uncle, even though she said distant cousin, even though the text said niece. I'm getting mixed messages.
I had no idea there were so many natives of my island on this continent. Did you know?
I suspected as much. I know the ship I served on is far from the only one transporting your people.
There'll be no one left on the island of Teer Fradeean.
Transporting. Kidnapping
Well,
would
I
be
keep
more
saying
accurate, wouldn't
kidnapping,
it?
but no one else seems to be using
However,
the term.
I would never have imagined that our crimes were so great and that we'd brought so many here. It shames and angers me. I'm so dreadfully sorry that our guild is involved in this.
What can you tell me about Yuxantis?
Our island is quite far from the mainland. Its land is poor and its waters are terribly dangerous. Also, the people who live there have always been exceptional fishermen and sailors. Their survival depended on it. This talent made them useful to the mainlanders, and one day the sailors decided to unite into a guild. And the Nauts quickly became not only sailors, but also shipbuilders. We build the ships, weave the sails, and braid the ropes on our island. Nowadays, not all Yuxantians are sailors, but they all still depend on the wealth of our guild. And for those who sail the seas, it's a home port, their only true home beyond the waves.
What I like about Alvida's scar on her face is that it seems kind of fresh. You look at, say, Ludwig's scar on his face and other people's scars. Usually, with time, it's just the scar. You can't see the marks where the stitches were through the skin around on either side of the scar. Okay, this camera is not showing me Alvida. It's a shame. Usually it goes between different camera angles. But on Alvida's scar, you can see the imprints down the sides of the scar where the stitches were in place. And it makes it far more realistic. It seems very like it's a fresh scar. So this is the one that's going to give me reputation.
What does being a Naut mean to you? I get the impression that when you talk about the Nauts, you talk about them as if they were your clan.
They are.
Your family.
That's exactly what the Nauts are.
That's true. I don't know what being part of a clan means to you, but the Nauts are my family. Quite literally to begin with. After all, my family are Nauts. But it's more than just our lineage.
See?
The sea, the ships, Yuxantis, our knowledge of navigation, and even the rules that govern us are all part of me. Part of my history. I'm proud to be a Naut, I'm proud to ride the waves, even if I'm not always proud of the things we agree to do on behalf of others. We're not really a people. The many sea-given who come from around the world are just as much Nauts as I am. The thing that unites us is the belief that we share the sea. The sea is the bond we all share, and Yuxantis is our home. I imagine it's an idea that must seem strange to an outsider.
Not at all. So she has referenced the Sea Given, which was pretty important to the first game because that was literally, oh sweet baby Jesus, I literally romanced the guy. The Naut, oh dear God, of the first game. Oh, I feel ashamed. His storyline, his side quest, his quest line involved the Sea Given for the most part and whatnot. So I appreciate that the first game went to depth. I don't know that this game is going to explain the concept of Sea Given or go into depth about it. So anyway, draw a parallel to Nagada till you understand. Agree that's strange, but you're happy to have learned more.
Maybe a little. But your bond with and because of the sea
Vasco, that's the one.
reminds me of the bond we Donegada have with our island. No matter what clan we're from, we all share the same bond with the land of Teer Fradeean. We're all different, and the specific history of our clans makes us unique. Yet we also share a great deal of knowledge. Traditions that are handed down from generation to generation. And our land binds us together, creating a mutual understanding that's deeper than words, and a sense of belonging.
That's it. That's exactly it. I'm so happy you understand. There are so many people who only see us as merchants on ships, but I think we're much more than that.
You certainly are. Yay! So it's just Sybil I suck with.
I won't bother you
The
any
plus
longer.
one.
See you soon.
There's actually no way to track that, is there? I can't track my party members' view towards me. Oh, I can there. But it doesn't tell me their affiliations, and I can't see my affiliation status. You know, my reputation with the different factions. That's a good point. Do I have time to speak to Fauster? I don't know that I do necessarily. Okay, well, I'll leave it there and speak to Fauster later. Oh, because we're here, I can level them up. Well, I don't really feel the need to do that. Though I would like to take this headgear off you, sir. Soz, but I can't stand to look at you two. Even though I'm not going to talk to you, I just... No, just unequip. That button. Yeah. I need to level y'all. Cool. Whoa, Avita, what you doing there, girl? Don't move. And she's off again. How the hell are we going to corner Fauster?